Hello. There's a reason I'm still on this. Oh. Haha. There's a reason I'm still on the start screen. Explain kinda crashed. How are we today? 1174, hello. Well, in a good mood today. Volstrop, hello. In a good mood? How are we feeling? What's the feeling of chat? How does chat feel? Does chat feel good? Rupert, hello. Sorry that I'm starting like an hour later than anticipated. It's been a long week. I know that feeling. Sorry that I'm starting an hour later than originally advertised. If you've been in Discord today, you'll know why. Because Michael, hello. I have my new toy. I have a new toy. It starts with R and rhymes with Bleety 70. Was it worth waiting for? I don't know yet. I literally am just finished setting up a quite hoopty temporary setup that doesn't really work, but it'll do for now. I've just got that set up, so I haven't had a chance to really push it. This is gonna push it. This is really gonna push it. Hello, DMF. If you're just joining and wondering why I'm still on the starting screen talking to you guys, because I'm waiting for Explain to load. It's trying. So I do have both monitors running. I'm actually running the Acer off HDMI, which looks really actually washed out for some reason. I think I may need to tweak those settings a bit. And I'm currently, and I'm gonna stress currently, running the AOC, the older monitor, off a VGI to DisplayPort adapter, which is in no way ideal because that's an analog to digital adapter, which you don't want. Isn't the no? It's more powerful, Michael. It is twice as powerful as my 980 was. Yeah, 2070 is closer to a 1080, but can do a small bit more. Is X Swift Bus going to want to start, or is that what's causing this hang up now? Do we have X Swift Bus starting? Control Shift F. Okay, that's working. I apologize for the insanely loudness. Let's turn the plane down a bit. Why is this? Yes, load all of that, please. So let's get the game open while you wait. While I get Swift sorted out. 30 FPS with this graphics. Oh god. Why must it always be stormy in Africa when I'm streaming? Why must it forever be storming in Africa when I'm streaming? Should point out, by the way, this is a tiny detail that I'm particularly a fan of. I have put my own custom tail number on this plane. This is my Bonanza. So let's just yes, no airline, connect, VATSIM is started. I'm just going to put in a quick VFR flight plan, although I should probably be flying IFR in these conditions, but it doesn't matter. DGAA. Departure time is going to be probably around 1720. Cruising altitude will be 4,000 feet. Route doesn't matter. DXXX. Estimated time en route is going to be about, I'm going to put in an hour, but it's going to be less than that. I'm going to put in 4 hours of fuel on board. Alternate airport will be DBBB, because that'll be the next airport anyway. And we'll send that flight plan off to Vatsim. Right. So, do I have Project Fly working by any chance? I do not. There we go. So, this is a Beechcraft Bonanza A36. I bought this the other day. It's a bit old, bit weird. Don't want the alternator. I will want the load meter. Mixture up to rich. And we're running. Just get all the lights on here because we're a small plane. The alternator on, AC on. And we'll pull the flaps down a notch. Gonna put on the avionics master. I'm gonna put something into the... we've already got our light plan in here. What little there is. That's... yes. It is direct over there. So let's just double check that it's gonna want to work correctly. Activate that. And nav. There we go. So I'm just gonna do a small bit extra stuff here. In fact, I think we're pretty much good to go. Hey Bob, just want to check radio. We're not on 122.8. Let's get onto the Unicom there real quick. There you go, 22.8. Just do a quick ATC check. We have no ATC, that is fine. And our heading, if I can find where in the name of God you set that. Our heading is going to be yeah, it's fine. Heading is going to be unsettable for some reason. Heading just set GPS then. Inches on HSI. Holy cow, this is a lot of information. Let's take that down. I do want a map. Yes, our heading is going to be east, so I'll just set it about 94 degrees, that'll be fine. And I just need to really quickly grab the weather, so we'll tune it in on our second box here. 122 decimal 0. Joe would have been faster going up, but we're going down now. 1, 2, 2 dead. And I want to listen to Com 2.
Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, airport information, Echo 1600, Zulu, weather, wind 19er3 at 10, caution, wind shear alert 7 miles south of Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, visibility 10,000, sky condition 3,000, scattered, heavy rain, thunderstorms in the vicinity, temperature 30, 2.24, QNH 1009er, advise on initial contact, you have information, Echo.
So we're taking off 2-1. Which isn't ideal, but it'll do.
Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, airport information, Echo 1600, Zulu, weather, wind 19er3 at 10, caution,
Let's
wind
get
shear
rolling.
alert 7 miles south of Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, visibility 1, Delta, Golf,
I've
Alpha,
just realized
Alpha,
I need
airport
to set
information,
QNH.
Echo 1600, Zulu, weather, wind 19er1 at 10, caution, wind shear alert 7 miles south of Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, Delta, Golf, Alpha, Alpha, airport information, Echo 1600, Zulu,
It's
weather,
not actually
wind,
working correctly, so I'll just get the weather from VATSIM. Where's my safety flag? Gone. Delta Golf Alpha Alpha. Meter. 190101502209999 QNH 1009. And I'm going to need to have a tab up, but everything else can come down again. Hey Bob! How are you doing? Hopefully the 2070 won't bottleneck the graphics card is now the bottleneck. That I am sure of. Or not the graphics card, the CPU, but that's actually fine. That's actually fine. I'm getting 30 FPS with this weather in this airport, good lord. I struggled to get over 20 last night. Alright, let's get a bit more prop in, a bit less of that. Do I have anti-ice? Yes, we do. This is on. I can come up to this intersection here, Zulu, and take a Zulu intersection takeoff pretty easily. So let's get the on to out. And hopefully the weather isn't going to be terrible the entire way. That would be really annoying. So let's get everything rich. Full power. Slight forward pressure on the stick just for steering. Gonna bring this up to about 80 knots, and we're off. Positive rate, Europe.
FSC flight not started.
And we'll bring the flaps up. And fly around onto our GPS course. Hello IRT, how you doing today? You're doing good, better than the weather in Accra, I presume. I'm doing fantastic. This is the, I guess, the first real test of the 2070. Let's trim those down. There we go. And I'm gonna hand fly this because it is gonna be just turbulence the entire way, and that's kind of fun to fly through. Frustrating but fun. It does look like there's clearer weather ahead, which is definitely nice. Bit more nose down trim, please. Bit more. Too much. Too much, take it back. In case you can't tell, I took the thumbnail last night. I'm gonna just volume down my headset here. There we go. Gone up through 3,000 feet. Heading for 4,000. We're going to level at 4. Hello, Alexander. This is a storm. It seems like we've only been flying through storms in Africa, but this is my life now. Okay, so we're gonna set nav, alt arm, and we've already blasted through 4,000 feet. Are you... And we're stalled. Okay, let's get this back down to 4,000 feet. It's looking like I'm gonna have to hand fly this the entire way. Think you'd be seasick in there in real life? Except for the bit where I don't really get seasick. Yeah, probably. Get this going all the way down, and not that far over to the right. So when I'm in the clouds like that, I am actually just flying off the instruments. Okay, there's 4,000, and we'll lever her out roughly, and get back on course. I was hoping it would be lovely and sunny so we could just fly up the coast of Africa, but no. X-Plane had to have other ideas today. Hey Nathan, how you doing today, dude? Gear ups, flaps up, look good for the cruise. Or what can amount to a cruise in this weather? 4,200, let's bring it down a bit. I'm presuming that is 4,200. Yes. Let's just try and manage our energy nicely. There's 4,000. Let's get it relatively level. Nose down, please. Nose down a bit more. There we go. Doing good. Good to hear, Nathan. Oh, 30 FPS. This scenery and weather is beautiful. Let's bring the yoke up so you guys can see what the hell I'm trying to do here. Well, technically just flying instrument. Let's pull the prop pitch back. So I can add in a bit more throttle, and there we go. There we go, the turbines are starting to ease now. Let's pull back the mixture a small bit as well. You put 17 shaders on 19, doesn't look too bad. I wouldn't do that myself, but each to their own. Yeah, there we go. There's the worst of the weather gone. Let's try getting the autopilot back on. What is the autopilot doing? It's just trimmed fully nose down. It's desperately trying to manage the altitude, but the plane's just not wanting to respond correctly. There we go. I can, while the autopilot struggles, show you the plane. Beautiful little Beechcraft Bonanza. Got a single, I think it's a Lycoming engine in the front. Nice pair of wings. There is a V-tail Bonanza as well. I don't like the V-tail. There's a twin as well with 2 engines. Don't like that. I like me single engine vertical tail Bonanzas. This particular one, as the thumbnail might suggest, is an A36. There's also the F33A. I don't know why it's constantly saying low bus voltage though. I'll turn off the flood. Does the flood do anything? Flood is just annoying. Yeah, that does nothing. So, whoops, that was the flaps. There we go. There we go. We're actually going a touch fast. Why? Because we're struggling. The RPM of the engine right back to 2000 RPM. In fact, I should probably get 2500. I'll probably just manage the throttle and fuel. There we go. Standby alternators doing nothing. That was the load meter, which doesn't seem to do anything. Toggling the alternator seems to fix it for a split second, but I think that's just broken. Oh, that changed the altitude. That's really quite... I can change the minimums. Nice. That's a minimum of 220 feet. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. And we are about 20 minutes out. Even with this weather, we should be there in next to no time. Two relatively short flights, and I haven't really had a chance to show you guys this, but if you were to fly over this exact bit of Africa, this is pretty much the exact view you would get. Give or take some weird auto-gen issues. This is Ortho. It is satellite photos superimposed into X-Plane, which makes it look effectively photorealistic, which I love. It just looks stunning. Unfortunately, are there any around here at the moment that I can show you? Yeah. See these white patches over here? They're clouds that were in the satellite photo. Unfortunately, yeah, there was no good photos without clouds, so we've just got clouds on the ground here. But we'll be in, I think it's Togo we're heading to next. It's either Togo or Benin. It is Togo. I'm not looking forward to when we're coming up near the end of this and I gotta scroll for like 5 minutes to get to the airport we're actually heading to on the map, which has now been updated. And why are we at 5,000 feet autopilot? I told you to hold 4,000. Oh, mild turbulence. That would explain it. And what sounds like hailstones in Africa in May. So, in terms of graphical updates and upgrades that I've done to X-Plane since the last stream, I just realised, number one, that my mic is a bit far away. In terms of graphical updates and upgrades that I've done to X-Plane since, what was it, Monday? Or Tuesday? No, it was Saturday. I have purchased something called X-Vision, which is basically a shader tweak and makes the clouds look a lot more realistic, I wouldn't say a bit, and just tweaks how lighting works. So, any lights around here that are currently on? No, but yes, there's a car down there. Never mind. Any lights are made like a lot brighter. Thinking of swooping down to 3,000. I think that's a good idea. Let's go down at, we'll say, 500 feet a minute. Just get down to 3,000 because I trust that a bit more. Yeah, I got X-Vision in, which tweaks the clouds and lighting. Obviously I got the Bonanza, bought that a couple of days ago, and I'm really quite enjoying flying it, so you might see this quite a lot. And the Ortho was actually free. It just cost a butt ton of time. I was generating Ortho for a potential third flight we could do today, depending on time. And it took 5 hours last night. So, not for people who are impatient. There's a ground cloud over there. I can show you properly. There's some clouds on the ground. Yeah, downside of satellite imagery. Clouds are a thing that you need to deal with. Upside, it looks bloody stunning. Looks especially good when it's sunny, but unfortunately it's a bit rainy today in Africa. Again. There's the rain gone. What is Active Sky saying about the weather? Oh no. There's actually a Sigmet behind us. Yeah, there's some definite bad weather going on. Gonna drop out of the sky? Probably not, but there is a mild concern about that. I'm looking forward to when we get to the US. How's the BCPC going? I've got 37, 38 FPS in this now, which with Ortho and this plane, which isn't optimized very well, because it's for X-Plane 10, not 11. And just generally the shenanigans that X-Plane tends to pull at times, I'm quite happy, because it's trying to do a whole lot at once, and yeah, quite happy with how it's performing. I'm very happy with how it's performing. Oh, Shannon Control's online. And Shannon Tower's online. What the hell? I never see Shannon Tower online. Canary's radar as well. In Nairobi, there are some weird FIRs online today. That's 2070, it's working, it fits, which was a genuine concern. I've got everything working, there's a beautiful river there. The dark bits are where the Ortho has gone a bit weird. It fits, which was actually a major concern of mine. I had to make it fit a bit, but it fits. I want 25, 25. This is cruise. And yes, you can cruise a plane based like this based on manifold pressure and RPM alone. I'm actually a bit low on the RPM front, so I'll just nudge this up a bit. I want ideally 2500 RPM. We're currently at 2400, so I'll just boost up the RPM, and I'm gonna have to manage fuel potentially. Manifold pressure's a bit low. Fuel flow is a bit much as well. But let's just get the manifold pressure up a bit. Is lowering it or raising it? Lowering it. Manifold pressure up to 25. RPM's 25. And we're good. Ooh, that went down to 19 there for a second. So we got about 10, 12 minutes left on this leg. Probably slightly more than that. What I want to do is get some info on the airport we're flying to here, namely the METAR. 2 for 1700 Zulu. Variable 2 knots. 7,000. Thunderstorms in the area. Scattered at 10, few 20, cumulonimbus, scattered 30. 2422. QNH 1011. So let's get the QNH set here. 0211 and the QNH. And variable 2 means we can go for any approach we want. Okay, our code for this airport is DXXX. Delta X-ray X-ray X-ray. And it's Nasingbe Dama International in Togo. Airport info. I'm thinking we aim for 2-2. We're gonna be stopping off at the general aviation apron, doing a turnaround there, and then taking off for Benin. So if we come in 2-2, aim to leave the runway Charlie. Don't think we're quite going to make Mike, but we'll aim for Charlie. And then taxi Tango 1 to DGAA apron. And if the winds are variable, we can take off 04. The winds aren't strong anyway, so we'll be fine. S3 taking place at Luxembourg approach from now until this 1900 Zulu. Come fly. 20 minutes. Come fly to Luxembourg in the next 20 minutes. That, by the way, was a supervisor message. So I'm gonna want approach. You'll go Alice Zulu via Lugal into Lome. So let's plan our procedure here. Select approach. ILS Zulu from Ligal and activate that. That's going to turn us slightly. That's fine. We can pretend that's a visual approach. 2000 vertical speed of 100 going down, please. And our frequency for the ALS is 110.1. And our second monitor frequency here is going to be 1153. 1153. So that. If I go. Huh. What is DME in this plane, but it's actually on the instruments there. Yeah, here's what I was talking about with the clouds. These are all clouds from the satellite image, and unfortunately they are over the Ortho, which kind of sucks, but there was no way of avoiding them. There was no get out of jail free satellite image for the area. I'm quite happy. Oh, nice! DCS-7F16 coming out. If anybody has DCS World, which is free on Steam, by the way. Do. Very nice. So there's the airport. Off there in the distance, that white shining beacon on the horizon is Lome Airport. You can kind of see what I was saying. Oh, we could have just flown up the coast, because there's the coastline there. The VFR routing between these two airports would literally just be fly up the coast. Or the true VFR routing. I'm going a bit of a wonky VFR because weather, and I didn't feel like hand flying this thing. Where are my fuel tanks? Yeah, I'll need to swap onto the right main. And let's get the overhead light on. And as full as it goes. Message set course to 061. 06 1. There we go. That should clear the message. It is not. Why is it not clearing the message? Do I need to set course somewhere else? Yes, I do. It's here. It's probably actually heading I want to be changing to 061. Oh, interesting. So what can I get at with the menu here? Auto course on. Can I get weather through this? Battery external shutdown, external power battery. Can I get weather through this at all? No, my V approach is 140? VR is 73? Good lord, I've been taking this off way late. Hey, Q-Hands! How you guys doing? Or how are you doing? Whichever is applicable. So I need to be at 2000 by the waypoint here, which is not happening. Not only Luxembourg, but EVRA. Streaks EV is where? So there's Luxembourg. Oh wow, somebody's doing an S3 at Riga? It's kind of impressive in its own right. I'm pretty good. Slightly concerned about icing at the moment. Outside temperature is way too high for icing, we're fine. Outside temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. I think. 25, 26, 27 degrees Celsius, so we don't need to be concerned about icing. I do, however, need to be concerned about airspeed, so let's pull back the engines a bit. We're doing a bit of an aggressive approach. Or a bit of an aggressive dive here. Quite happy with how we're going. We are squawking Charlie, correct? We are squawking Charlie. And in theory, actually, I should be squawking 1200. Because that is VFR. In fact, I could just have hit the function 24-hour clock. 1848 Zulu. 1848 local even. Zulu 1748, there we go. That's much more logical to me. And our estimated arrival time is going to be in about 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes max. I am going to need to just pull the throttle back a bit more again. Not that much. This turbulence is causing chaos for the approach, but it should be interesting on landing. Let's go to a different view real quick. Let's go to belly cam, where you can't see a thing. Tail cam will hopefully show you how much the autopilot is struggling, but I'm not seeing it actually doing any inputs, so it's just literally... Oh, we're actually steady at the moment. There's some inputs coming in. Now it's just dealing with the weather and just flying in a straight line. That's kind of interesting. The autopilot isn't actually doing anything. We're starting to get some vortices coming off the wing here. That's kind of expected. Vortices are when the lift kind of gets a bit weird. And yeah, things get a bit unhappy. Okay, we're still a touch high, I would argue. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm gonna need a bit more power in. Am I using a joystick? I'm using an autopilot right now, but I will be using a joystick when I take manual control in a few minutes. Let's get the landing and taxi lights on. Load meter to normal. Just toggle that to get rid of the warning light, but it's back immediately. Prop and mix to full for landing. Cowl flaps. Let's open up the cowl flaps. Get a bit of cooling going on. Although, looks like the engine is actually fine with them closed, so we'll keep them closed. Coming up to 2000, let's put a bit more throttle in. And I think at this point I can swap to VLOC on approach mode. Why will you not let me swap? Actually, why will you not let me swap? Swap to approach. Swap to. Excuse me? It's not letting me swap to VLOC, which is concerning. Let's get approach mode in and see if it'll auto swap. Oh, because I need to swap this to VLOC 1. Now it's on VLOC. Whoops. Get the throttle back. Manifold pressure hit next to 0 there, which I don't want. Want to keep some manifold pressure in. Let's get the flaps coming down. Localizer and glide slope are alive but not intercepted. I've actually flown straight through the localizer, that's fine. Still above slope, so we're fine there as well. Or below localizer, or below slope even. The only thing that's super concerning is that plane doesn't want to hold altitude correctly. I might need to hand fly the approach, which should not be good in this weather. Let's get the gear down for a bit of extra drag. Just to try to manage lift a bit. Gear down 3 green. We can verify with Bettycam. Gear is down. You can see it going up. You can see all the gear mechanisms there. Back to the main view. And we are on the localizer. Glide slope is coming in now. Go flaps full for as much lift as we can possibly get. And here's where I start going quiet because I need to be very concerned about actually seeing things. So we got the localizer in, we're on localizer, we are lined up with the runway. Glide slope is coming in. Hayden not flying today. Hayden doesn't seem to be here yet. I don't think he's awake. Still actually below glide slope, but it's kind of consistently below now, which is good. We're gonna actually hit. We're gonna intercept glide slope through turbulence alone. There we go. There's the glide slope. We're going worryingly slow, but I trust that the plane will survive this. Yeah. There we go. So localizers in, glide slope. I'm gonna count the glide slope as in. We're descending fairly consistently. I think this is gonna be the worst of the clouds. I am, however, concerned. I'm hardly gonna have to go full throttle just to keep the airspeed up, am I? We're gonna have a fast landing here, but I don't think there's much of a way to avoid it with the weather conditions as they are. Yeah, we're not really able to avoid a fast approach here. So once we get down through 1000, we should actually be below the weather. Just want to check the meter again. Scattered at 1000, yeah. Should be below the weather in just over 100 foot. And as long as we have visibility at minimums, which is 220 feet, There we go, runway is in sight, finally. So let's take manual control and fly this in. Okay, so I want to be descending about 500 feet per minute thereabouts. And trim to deal with that as well a bit. There we go. Kind of a bit low, but that's fine. Can just kind of level out a small bit here and the rest of the approach. Bit more nose down trim. There's minimums, continue. And we're just guiding this in. Runway is made, let's leave the throttle open just a crack. And there we go. That was actually a really good landing. Where are we on the runway? We could have made Mike, but we'll continue on to Charlie. Start cleaning up now. Don't need full flaps for the taxi. I'm quite pleased with that landing, actually. Floated a small bit. Hey, Jessus. Floated a small bit, but given the weather conditions, what the hell? Given the weather conditions, I'll just spear off in one direction here. There we go, let's get about 1000 RPM. And we'll taxi there like that. That'll pull us along nicely. Heading off over here to the general aviation. I should have left Avatab up. Heading off over here to the GA apron. Which, Apron Sierra is just here. I'm going to continue on, and the GA apron is down over there. I'm going to do a quick turnaround, because I need to just relog into FatSim and get a new flight plan going. And then we will be good to go. I will point out now, by the way, that there's going to be an error flagging up if we make it onto a third flight today. It's going to flag an error that I'm missing something for the airport in Abuja. We don't. I'm not. Is Annie streaming tonight? I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. He was talking on Facebook earlier about some food he was getting. I called him a fat ass, and then he kind of, he sent some voice messages, but I haven't listened to them yet. Here's the general aviation apron here off to the right, aka an FBO, aka where we're stopping for a few minutes. Just while I rejig controls, we'll take off runway 4. Runway 04. Don't think we have much of a need to... Okay, this thing just... fast taxis and does not want to try... I think... Have I broken the nose wheel? No, the nose wheel just doesn't want to react too well. Or I'm probably just taxiing too fast is what the actual problem is. This is a Dassault Falcon Service Center, apparently. And we'll spin her around here, get a wheel on the grass, but that's fine. And just park like that. As we get a ping of darkness come through. Set the parking brake. And what I'm going to do real quick is just refuel. Fuel up to full. This is 6 hours worth of fuel. That's... Yes. Max weight is 1656. So let's make this a heavy boy. Apply the changes. I just need to disconnect from VATSIM. DGAA-DXXX-DBBB. Connect. Flight plan is DXXX. Departure time will be 18:10, we'll say, to DBBB. Estimated time en route will be an hour. Fuel on board is 4 hours minimum. BFR. And let's send that flight plan. So, time for a quick direct here. Direct to D. I'm not even kidding here. B. Kejohun in Benin. So we'll just go straight direct. 68 miles. We'll be there in under. Right. Hello, Hayden. Would you like to join in flying this soup? Oh, come on, it's fun. There's turbulence at 4,000 feet, and it just throws the plane everywhere. It's hilarious. I want to go GPS 1. It's going to be basically east again. Also, for some reason, Hayden, I'm going to point this out now. This low bus voltage, I turn on and off. I turn off the alternator, it goes on, it stays on. Turn it on, it goes off, and then comes back on. I have no idea how to get rid of the low bus voltage warning. Let's get flaps in. And get the parking brake off. And away we go. Throttle just to get us moving. Turn the engines on. That's how the engines are on. The engine is on. It's just throwing it annoyed. Also, did you see the picture I sent you on Discord last night? From when I made it really sunny, because it's been soupy over this part of Africa like the last 3 days. The accidental photorealism that is the thumbnail. I'm gonna want nav. And I'm gonna want to go up to 4,000. At a vertical speed of, let's say, 700. Do you have a windsock anywhere that I can see? I would like to be able to see a windsock, but there is none. Is there a wind readout on this? No. Let's go! Green dot and rotate. In the air. Gear up.
FSE flight not started.
Let's pull the flaps up as well. And just lock onto the flight director here. Can probably go vertical speed higher than 700. Oh god. Try for 1,000 feet per minute. Not obvious. Guess I just blasted straight through our course here. There we go. Small bit of nose up trim. Woo. That was me doing that. Let's at least try to get up to 4,000 here. The flashing is the strobe, that's perfectly normal, that's just a thing that X-Plane does that's a bit weird. And here's some turbulence. Let's get the autopilot on and just turn off the strobe for now. There we go. I enjoy hitting how I generated Ortho, and it's just soup. And looking at Active Sky, this soup extends out pretty much all the way to Abuja. Like we're gonna have turbulence and general mayhem all the way out to Abuja, which kind of sucks, but such is life. Got good airspeed. Got good climb speed going here. I'm quite happy with the performance so far. Bit of turbulence now. I think Hayden, Monday, Delta Triple Bravo to Delta November Double Alpha. Because I just remember this, like, an election on today, and I need to... I say I just remembered, that's why I was looking off in one direction a little while back. I need to go vote still. There's, like, local and European elections and a referendum, because of course everything has to happen on one day, and one of the ballot papers is like 2 feet long apparently, and it's wonderfully organized. Is the autopilot gonna manage with this? This is only going to be like a 20... Yeah, let's go to Abuja today. Screw it. Let's go all the way out to Nigeria. What I'll do is I'll just start up a booking here. And let's see if SimBrief has info on this plane. You probably won't, because it's a little GA plane. And not generally flown too much by people. Processing on an aircraft type. GG. So let's get a route from SkyVector. SkyVector. Alright, let's have a look at routing from DDD to DNAA. Okay, so Ortho. Then the Lagos actually I could just go let's not need to Kellig. And then you... yeah, it'll be Uniform Whiskey 951 to Gurap. Then direct. Sounds like a plan. I'll be back in a mo, and hopefully the plane won't fall out of the sky in the meantime. Hey, Greek dude. My stream wasn't on your sub list. Possibly because, at a wild guess, YouTube doesn't think you'd be all that interested in Flight Sim, which is a fair enough guess. Let's get the fuel flow down a bit. There we go. Hey, Nick. Didn't get any messages while I was away, did I? Nope, just from soup. So, it's a bit soupy, I'm afraid, today. I'm sorry that you can't see a damn thing. But, this is the way weather goes, I'm afraid. There's no guarantee of good weather on every flight. Sometimes you just get a soup. And, even more annoyingly, I can't turn on the strobes because this happens. So, we're technically flying illegally, but... no, we're not! Turn strobe lights off when taxiing in vicinity of other aircraft, or when flying in fog or clouds. We're in a cloud. The strobe lights are off. Standard position light speeds for all night operations, that is fine. Max landing gear is 154 knots! Good lord! Whenever you join a flight simulator... The reason for that, Greek dude, is very simple. I've just been horrifically unlucky in Africa. This is... I guess the time of year when the storms are just originating out of Africa near constantly, and I think as you go further south along the coast here, it should start improving, but it won't be today. I mean, yeah, South Africa looks nice, but yeah, the weather is just bad. There's actually a SIGMET in Saudi Arabia. The scenery looks stunning. I'm really annoyed because it took like an hour to generate this ortho, and you can't see it. Speaking of things what you can't see, I'm gonna fix the server real quick, because I have been unreliably informed, well, reliably informed, because Karturk shouted at me. I'm told the FarmSim servers are not working, so let's get that fixed up. Log in, log in. Web interface. My new egg package has been delivered. I wouldn't have guessed. Let's just hit restart. Alright, it'll be a few minutes, but FarmSim server should be back up in a few minutes. I don't know why it's showing low bus voltage constantly. I actually don't need these. These are way above any icing conditions. Oh, it's because I have the anti-ice on! You didn't chat? Yes, you did. You complained for hours, Karturix. You just kept spamming the admin room. Dave! 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 The server's broken. Do I have any background with planes? No. I've learned all this from flight sims. Everything I know about planes I've learned from playing flight sim and watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I in terms of real world flying, the only experiences I've had have been about 6 different 737-800s, going on various holidays and back and forth to UK and over to Germany that time. A single Airbus A320 214 with Aer Lingus. An Embraer ERJ-170 with Air France from Nuremberg to Paris, and an ERJ-190 from Paris to Cork. That is the grand sum total of my flying, is mainly being in a 737, literally once an Airbus, right at the front, so I could hear the autopilot disconnect sound, and I knew exactly what it was, and that was really cool because in flights, the flight sims got it perfect. Because I could hear the alarm going off. I was like, the autopilot's disconnected. Hey, thanks, Longwood. We are, much to my annoyance, in soup. We are in Sky Soup. Although it does look like there's a bit of a clear patch coming up, which I don't know if Active Sky is going to generate that in the sim, but it might. Where are we in terms of this clear patch? Are we going to actually fly through it? Oh dear. Hey Larry, I have notifications going out or something, because there's a lot of people just showing up out of the blue all of a sudden. You haven't been in a plane before, you had a chance to go to Crete with one, you went by ship traveling about 10 hours at night. Planes are much more cramped than boats. I actually prefer traveling by boat. It's a bit more luxurious. But in terms of getting places quickly, and I would say hassle-free, but oh my god, airports. Once you sit down in a plane, you know you're going somewhere. And they're a lot safer than like driving. Statistically speaking, planes are the safest mode of transport in the world. But, well, the airliners are. GA planes, it's a crapshoot. Oh, it is Lynx Longwool. I've been reading it as Lynx Longwood this entire time. Just try the Explain 11 demo. What do you think of it, Larry lad? Bear in mind that, you know, I'm inherently going to have different planes than you because I've been buying some. This plane is from Carna. Oh! Scenery! Let's get a bit cheeky here and make it daytime. Scenery! And you what? Ortho, why? Like, this is fine. You what? Why? We found Atlantis. You wouldn't be able to play without a yoke and rudder pedals? I don't have a yoke or rudder pedals. I just have a joystick and a throttle. I've got a HOTAS stick. Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS X, that's all I need. That stream will be going, but good stream, have a good night. See ya, Alexander. Yeah, I was going to do another flight after this, but with everything going on at the moment, and the fact that I want to actually try out some other planes and other routes tonight, some stuff that was struggling previously, yeah, I think it's best if I just keep it to these 2 short hops today. We're actually, believe it or not, about 3 minutes out from the airport. That's it there. So, you know that you're playing keyboard and mouse. Yeah, get yourself like like a half decent joystick, and that's bloody frustrating that my Ortho's broken right here. It seems to have broken the exact opposite manner over there. Somebody stolen all the land from here and put it over there. Patrick! Is YouTube Gaming better for watching streams videos? No, because it's dead. YouTube are or will be retiring YouTube Gaming. DBBB. Get your hoon. I want the approaches. I want the meter. Come to think of it. DBBB. Meter 1705, feud 11, feud 22, cumulonimbus 27241009. So 1705 is there a 1927? No, 062424 is going to be the better option, and we'll go Zulu from Mokul. So procedure approach 24 Zulu from Mokul and activate. We'll head straight up over the hold at Mokul. ILS frequency is 1095. Let's get that tuned in. We want to be at 2000. Vertical speed downwards of, let's say, 700 feet per minute. Need to save up for the full game first. It'll probably be on Steam sale relatively soon, Laurie lad. And by relatively soon, I'm expecting it to be in the summer sale, which is, I'm presuming, going to be in the next few days. Airport info. Do we have military apron? No, we just have a generalized apron. And I'm thinking the Ortho screwed something up here because I'm getting 20. Yes. Although it could be that there's just the plane's trying to do a lot of thinking at the moment. Let's pull the throttle back. Get everything up to full rich. And we're not going to need de-ice. Air temperature is above 6 degrees. Plan to play on VATSIM. I am on VATSIM currently, Laurie lad. If you have VAT Spy installed, have a look over the, I guess, Southwest Africa, over West Africa, the southern part of it. Golf Romeo Delta Whiskey Tango. Let's swap over to the left fuel tank. That is the more full of the two tanks. We didn't need anywhere near as much. What the crap is this? This is why I've got low FPS. It's trying to figure out what the hell to do with all of this. I'm trying to not crash. In general. So this would explain why the airport scenery was broken. It's because the Ortho is. I'm going to regenerate this tile for Monday. Question. Where is the airport? we might not be able to land here. Because the airport's theoretically behind us. Can I see the airport? Yes, there it is. I'm gonna bring it in visual. Because I don't trust that the ILS is gonna bring us in actually in a worthwhile way. It's gonna notch flaps in straight away. Then more throttle, just get rid of the gear horn. And I promise we're moving currently. Them frames though, yeah. The what's happening right now is it's actually a CPU limitation because it's trying to calculate what the hell to do physics-wise with all this crap. So there's the runway, I have it in sight. I'm bringing it down in a very aggressive dive. With the flaps out, because I'm way above profile right now. And we're actually getting a lot of turbulence just from the mountains here that shouldn't even be there. You... What the hell was that? I think that was VATSIM lag. Okay, we got an airport inside. I'm not sure if it's the right one, but we'll land here. Put the gear down. That's gonna... Oh boy. Okay. Get too much nose down currently. Full flaps. Flaps are full. In real life, you just go around, but this is a sim, so I can try this landing. Too low? I probably am, but I can level this out a bit. Should really be actually trying to land high. Minimums, we're gonna land. Whether we're gonna land in one piece is a different matter. Okay, here we go. Made the runway, idle out. And that was a terrible landing, but we lived. .600 feet per minute onto the ground, but we lived, and really with weather that bad, that's kind of what I was aiming at. Unfortunately, if this is the airport, we have no scenery. This is in fact the airport, there is no scenery, so we're just going to pull into where the apron would be. Just gonna pull in here, hit the parking brakes. And kill the engine. And kill all of these. I'll just turn them on actually. Kill, 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 and off. So that was literally a landing. What I'm going to do for Monday, because I really can't take off again from this. What I'm going to do for Monday is regenerate the Ortho, re-download some scenery for the airport, and hope to hell that it works. Regenerating the Ortho shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm gonna actually regenerate all the tiles that I made for the Ortho for up to Nigeria, because I don't trust any of them now. This was one of the Nigerian-based tiles. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Next stream and explain is gonna be Monday-ish. There is going to be a day next week where I'm just not going to stream, mainly because I need to do some work around my room. I need to get my setup into a permanent setup. And right now I've got some jerry-rigged stuff going on that isn't ideal. So the next stream will be tomorrow in Farm Sim and multiplayer. In the meantime, I'm gonna regenerate this Ortho probably tonight. Run some test flights, just make sure that the route I need is not screwed. Until then, stay safe, and goodbye. And yes, I do use SimBrief. And yes, I can fly for Ryanair at some point. Most of my online flights off camera are with Ryanair or in a Cessna 172.